Are you afraid to begin again? It may be a completely new beginning into something that you've never done before, a road that you have never considered before that you are contemplating about, but that something is intriguing you, or that you have no choice, that that's the road you have to take, or the next step you have to take, and you're afraid because you've never done it before. Or perhaps it's a matter of a new beginning, getting back to something that you have had a long pause in between with, that has been just sleeping or you haven't done in a very long time, and you are hesitating that, oh, do I remember how it's done? I don't know anymore if I have it within me to do it again. That it's been so long time ago. Yet there is that pull in you, something in you that is saying that I really want to get back to it and I want to begin again. It doesn't matter which one it is, but if you have any hesitancy in yourself, in your journey of starting again, granting yourself a new beginning, or just having to get the courage for the next step of beginning something that is on your path, then this is a video for you to get a little bit or a lot encouragement and boost in believing in yourself and starting to allow yourself to grant that new beginning. Because I do believe that we are beginning continuously all the time, and it's up to us of how the beginning will take place. And speaking of new beginnings, I feel that I am an expert in them. In many ways, this topic is so close to my heart. And as I speak of it, do you know that it is a new beginning again with YouTube? Getting back to it is for sure something that I've had to get myself ready for mentally, and have to remember that, hey, the only way you can get back to it is to allow yourself to begin again. And with that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, that in 2019, this was the first channel that I started to really put myself out there on social media with a message, becoming visible. And that was something that I was so afraid of. I was so afraid of being on social media. For the first time, speaking things that were important in my heart. I had gone through a 1 year or many years of healing through my own healing journey. But 1 year prior to getting on social media was the year where I was really taking a break from anything that was confusing me, distracting me, draining my energy, and that wasn't healthy for me. And one of those things was actually being on social media. I wasn't using it in a way that was healthy for me. I was actually consuming it. I was a mega people pleaser. Never in a million years would I back then, prior to 2019, have thought that I have within me a message that is important to be shared, that it's important that I am becoming visible, that I have art, I have writings, I have spoken messages that are super important for me to be an instrument of and put them out to the world, so that I can be of help with everything that I'm so lucky to have come to learn and understand in my own journey. Because we're all here to share, to help one another, to uplift, to inspire. And this is the way that I'm doing it in a multiple different ways. Back to the topics of beginning, YouTube is an amazing example of it, because in 2019, it was a completely new beginning. No knowledge of how does it work. What am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to bring myself out there? Absolutely none. No, nothing. So it was a brand new experience. Super scared I was. I was so hesitant. I was so nervous. And yeah, it was quite something. What I did was that I was just practicing putting videos and doing even lives on YouTube I did. And the more I did them, the more easier it became and more comfortable it became. And far from perfect, but that was not what I was like aiming for anyways. It was just to practice expressing myself and putting the message out there. Then there was this very long pauses in between. And I will say that every single time when picking it up again, getting back to it, it was more difficult. So it's only natural that if getting back to something, to feel that hesitancy and doubt with oneself that can I do it anymore? But it is truly only a matter of practice. And that's what I am now remembering myself, reminding myself, and now I'm actually doing it. So you can witness it with this first video back. And mentioning of that I did a lot of videos on YouTube, I have, with this new beginning again, getting back to YouTube, creating videos, and something more exciting that I have planned for of the use of amazing YouTube is coming up soon. I won't reveal it here. But one decision that I did with my new beginning is that I hid almost every single YouTube video. There are, I think, over 100 of videos that I've done uploaded on YouTube and lives, but I did the decision to hide them because I really wanted to have like a new beginning, a fresh start in that way. But I did not delete them because they are treasure. They are like a treasure chest, reminding me of the journey, and I'm sure that they will be in use at some point. So I wanted to mention that because when you begin, it's important that may this be personal beginning, may it be something work-wise, anything that it is, that you want to grant yourself a new beginning or you are in front of a new beginning, even if it's not your choice of beginning one, is that you can decide how it will be, and you can decide that you will begin again. No one in the world, no one can deny you from beginning again. And I want to really emphasize this because the circumstances that we might be placed in our lives can look that it's hopeless. Like, how is it possible? If I want to reach this goal, for example, but it looks so far-fetched of my reality, of where I am now, with the circumstances, might not have a supportive surrounding, and no one who understands that goal of yours. So you don't know how are you gonna get there. But regardless of that, of the circumstances, and that is what is the reality at this moment, it is only the beginning. And no one, no matter if you have no one supporting you, or there is not everything that is needed now to get to the goal, which is never usually is ever even, what would be the point to the whole journey if it was like that? But the thing is that it is super important that you allow yourself to begin again. And you know what? It is as simple as to decide that I'm going to begin again. I'm going to pursue this. That decision is within you. Who can come there and take it away from you if you really think about it? And to remember that just like the word beginning, it is a beginning. So just the decision of it, if you stand behind it, then you don't have to freak out about all the steps afterwards, but you have already begun it if you really, really, really stay with that decision of allowing yourself a new beginning. You might resonate with this thing too, because I have a lot about this topic. Even if I have been afraid of the new and of the unknown often, and I've been very hesitant in granting myself new beginning, and I have also been very doubtful in thinking that I have it within me to really begin things that I, in my heart, are dreaming of. I have at the same time been in love with beginnings. And this is the crazy part. I have in that way been in love with new beginnings, that I have been an excellent new beginner with certain things, with deciding, with planning, listing things up, taking a new white page and beginning with it. So in that way, I want to emphasize this too, because it is also really important when remembering that the beginning is the beginning, that it also will need time, quite some time to be that beginning, and then to unfold to more and more, taking you there where you want to go. Because otherwise, the goal is not going to be ever reached. And that I can say from my own experience in life, most part of my life, that I have so many, much more unfinished beginnings than finished ones. I have, during the years, been so proud of so many things that I began, that I finished and completed and could actually bring out to the world, both personally and then with my work, and that I'm so happy that I have learned to do. And this is for sure one thing that I'm still needing to get better with, is allowing the beginning to unfold, and then to be patient, resilient, non-comparative, compassionate with myself, and trusting the journey and let it unfold in ways that I might not have planned or thought that the initial beginning would course direct my direction to reach that goal. It's super important that we remember this, that there's beginnings happening all the time. It's just something that we don't notice. Like every day is a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. Every moment is a new opportunity. It really starts always with that decision that is within you for you to make. And remember that no one can come there in the way, that no, you are not allowed a new beginning. Can you just imagine that? But that is often how we, without getting that straight answer or straight saying of someone that you're not allowed to begin again, we still hinder ourselves oftentimes because we kind of scan the environment. That, is this okay? And am I granted a new beginning? When it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if it is granted or not. And here I want to say also this, that if there is something that you want to begin with, please honor yourself to do that, despite if it feels scary or it puts you temporarily on a lonely path, if you are not getting the support or understanding for you to do the decision that you want to begin again. And that was I will say the most difficult thing was for me to overcome was that feeling of loneliness and feeling that I wasn't supported or understood with my choices of beginning again. But I will say here, with everything that I believe in and based on my own experience, that it was so worth it. I am so grateful that I followed my own path, even if it temporarily felt scary and lonely to do so, because it got me here today, and I have never felt more love, at peace, more proud, more happy with myself and trusting my own self and my own path, even if it's still unfolding and it's still like mostly a mystery. But at least I know that the key thing is for me to really tune in with my heart, trust the journey, trust in myself, and to grant myself those new beginnings when I need to. And that I can always begin again. Always. If I have to and I feel like, then I can grant myself that new beginning. And so can you. Think of the positive, exciting things that is there, the anticipation. Switch the worry to the anticipation of what's next to come. Think of positive, uplifting things that will keep you on track and support you in your beginning. So this was my little video of new beginnings. Getting back to YouTube. Perfect topic, right? I didn't introduce myself, so I'm gonna say firstly thank you for taking time to tune in with my channel. My name is Sanna Sofia Kettonen. I'm a visual artist, author of the book The Best Is Yet to Come, Rediscover Who You Are, and I'm also a self-love guide. All of these things I didn't know I had within me. They have come throughout my journey that started in 2019, getting on social media, sharing my messages about self-love, authenticity, how important it is for us to just be ourselves and then to show up and express ourselves in the world as who we are. Don't be afraid to begin again, and don't hold yourself back from a new beautiful beginning to take place. Remember that it's all within you. You got this, and your best is yet to come.